poetry. Stamp your feet, okay? Now tonight I would like to welcome you, your second headliner, Arnie the Beta. And you know I actually know I put the name wrong. Yes, and correct me.
Darn, you didn't have a H at the end of it, it's Beta.
Alright, we make some noise for Arnie the Beta, please.
This first one's called Man On. This is dedicated to all the men who kill themselves and just never felt like they were good enough in this world. So, in attributes to men's mental health, this is called Man On.
Amen.
My name is Arnie the Beta. I pen problems with the fingers and tips that I was blessed with. Know that every single beta out there is a product that's continuously tested. But when my pen is in our highest working order, they'll say that this is the finished product that you shouldn't have messed with. So yeah, I got some hope in my poise. And I could have been a Black Panther that was Captain America for using his voice. But right now I've got a poetry short and the freedom of choice. Listen. I hate the way to encourage a man in this society is to tell him to man up. But all society ever did is try to bring a man down. I hate the way you can say men are trash. Like somehow it's a universal message that's so well renowned. But no one ever deep the collateral damage. Somehow a rubbish quote became something so profound. I mean, not every guy could be most wanted. But somehow they've been lauded until they've been lined up that you realize they've been through things. But if I had to tell you what that guy's been through, I'll probably holler graphic things. But as you hear it, you either remain paralyzed or remain vindictive and say it's a paralyzed. Listen. But I hate how society clumps guys into a group. Good or bad, these exes factored men into one group. Like a Simon or Simona says they have to move in one direction, hell. But I'm hoping the guy can rehabilitate. I'm hoping the only way is up. Because the world continues to despise a man, but you didn't know he's in his own web, with the mood swinging, hoping for that Mary Jane for comfort. But I guess even in his own homecoming, there's still no way home. But like Spider-Man, there was a time in my life when I was looking for a doctor to change my time. Multiverse. Let me take you to a place these eyes land where time forgot. A 16-year-old going through therapy, allowing his doctor to see his dead diary, but y'all didn't know I was going through such a stage. I couldn't remain silent or been enraged, because I allowed my doctor to see my dead diary, and she said there's too much venom on his page. Boy, I could have caused life of carnage. So I was looking at my doctor strange, because even back then I knew I had a better role. I'd rather pen my problems as opposed to stabbing souls, and that's real. That's real. But I guess that time in my life I didn't have an Uncle Ben with an uncle's pen who could tell me great power comes great responsibilities. But then I looked at my hands. These fantastic forces, I realized I could make a paranormal activities. So yeah, I could have been the best ghostwriter. But if I believed in myself back then, I could have kept my lights up. But I may not have an Uncle Ben with an uncle's pen. But I realized like a caveman in a dark place, you can still make the fire work in a den. But no one ever did the evolution. In therapy, I found a solution. I went from Jose Mourinho preferring not to speak to open mics and I practice what I preach. And I was looking at my future like Hawkeye. I think I became an optimist. Prime, I hit and streamed every opportunity, and oh boy, I never missed. But I already deeped my own endgame. I couldn't avenge how my heart felt. I thought I could be the best chocolate rapper. But then I knew my little Kevin Hart would melt. But y'all didn't deep that. As a man, I already deeped my own endgame. In this societal expectation, does every guy aspire to be like Tony? You know, either a genius, a billionaire, a playboy, a philanthropist? Then it's dark to me. If every guy is supposed to be that Iron Man, you have a hole in your chest, your heart's supposed to be. But is that why dudes do dastardly deeds that dare devils then die? Or become that Luke, caged? I mean, not every man is made to steal. I mean, life can be a dead pause, only trying to keep it real. But who knows his pain? Try to Superman up when he's in his lowest lane. Because these days you can't even Superman up because of his own kryptonite. But if I was to break down kryptonite, a man's biggest weakness is that he can't even cry in his own kryptonite. Because if all that Aquaman, he's too worried that his tears will drag him, drowning in his own sorrow. And no one could afford therapy. So I'd have to go creative. Think Hello Black. I need $1 I can borrow. But that's when you never hear about a man who's choked up. Because they're unable to unravel his emotions and already choked up. But the worst part is, any of you guys can easily be that man. You know, a dark night in the cave. A black sun living in darkness. But I guess only a Stevie can wonder what I'm talking about. But that's why I'm trying to spend my days trying to better me. And through my proverbial vows, in some ways I'm trying to better you. I'm trying to be a better man. I'm trying to have a better plan. I'm trying to be better than. I'm trying to flip that V to the side. I'm trying to be better than. Was everyone on the other side of a better than? But I may not have a leg to stand on, but I still want a legacy, a foundation of equality that no one could drown on. And I may not have a leg to stand on, but in this life's pitch, I'm a defender. And just trying to tell every single person out there to please, man on. Part 1. All right, right there. You know, I feel all the more empowered when I'm able to spill my truth into existence, and not that many people are able to do that. So I want to give you all the conviction. You guys feeling me? Yeah. Are you guys feeling me? Yes. I love that. Much appreciated. All right. So for this second piece, I wrote it recently, and it's titled Obroni Part 1. There's going to be a Part 2 as soon as it comes to mind, anyways. But this translates to my native tongue as a foreigner. So imagine being a foreigner in your own body, or someone telling you like you're not good enough to be black, or you're not black enough, or you're not Ghanaian enough. I'm Ghanaian anyways, but yeah. Alright, so this piece is called Obroni, and this is for all the people out there who just felt like they're living in diaspora and being discriminated for it. Imagine you hear every depressive A to Z, and not one letter's the same to me, not every lens is the same you see, verbal daggers again is painful free. For the world sees red, yet it bleeds ignorance. But it's not enough I try to deter the stereotypes my Astra cinnamon, born into a world of hatred from the nuances. They say as a sin in him, try to scar the melanin with a spoken brush, color-coded clutch, me in different synonyms, build a fake skin in a simple thing. And it seems like every chapter of Black Ink has added lessons. Looked at my reflection with noetics and added questions like, why does the value of life to appreciate the dark of the skin? Thinking out opinions was truth, I had to fight the darkness within. Ooh, society hit us with a different shade. Box dust, ink cards, call a spade. God's all divided like, all babes to blame, but nothing about this eternal jammy dodged us. You can never fade the blade, we all bleed the same. And the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice is one of our favourite metaphors. Yet till this day, black is more than 4 times likely to see a metal fall. And every underground announcement gives you PTSD. Because my whole life I had to mind the closing doors. Thinking my onyx skin was grounding my career like unstable floors, and it's a shame. We still see no changes. And Tupac spinning in his grave like the earth spinners or rotisserie. A reminder that past lines dictating was still tainted in history. And my Afrocentric circles could never click. Because even being black or mixed race, being a diaspora means you get beat with a different stick. I'm trying to be that sun that shines on another land, yet I'm still a moon in darkness on the other hand. In my space, my soul eclipsed by these verbal lunatics. And in life space, life craters creates us. Yet verbal hurdles hurts all. But I never asked to be stigmatized. It costs humans to be a different. Guys, how do we all have dark pupils and we're schooled differently in how to be color-wise? Oh, this is cataracts. Clouded vision from the actual fact. Because I always felt like I had a bounty in my blackness. Trying to seek redemption for being whipped like Django. Called every single fruition except that mango. Yet the wrong staircase discrimination. I question oppressors when I say, are you gonna bang though? But nah. I don't live life violently anymore. That's why I see the human being before I see the rainbow. Because any other label enabled all these imprisoned divisions was targeting my external shell. Case. Calling me that coconut. Well, at least I realize that cocoa, but why these maybe make believers demand black beneath earth like nothing but this cocoa rocks? My blackness is regal, and it's legal, and it's serial to my integrity. Something about this cocoa pops. And they even refer to me as that 50-50 Hovis. Well, I guess in this United King's meal, even if I look toasted, I'm still bred different. But y'all choose to slaughter and divide hues, it don't matter the colour. Even if I get jammed and spill red, it's nothing to infrequencies. It still hurts ain't your brother. But listen, I said bread, toast, jam. Even for bread different, we're still sandwiched in the same box, so who stays ignorant? Well, that's why I had to learn my own lesson. Because when you make up with self-love, you make up with God's construct above, its actualization. Like you're given this vessel that was comprehended. Then you're given this shade that was recommended. And I appreciate all the shades and the quality. But inequality rather equally pleased constantly. So you have to ask yourself, what is he doing to you consciously? Because right now we're living in a matter of injustice. Time, case, period of words that bothers me. Like, why do we need to take the knee and bow when I can take my flowing trees and vows and tell the world I owe you nothing? For I challenge continents with my consonants. Hoping for progress and accomplishments, for seeking peace and equality comes as consequence. When symbolism to defeat apartheid and racism and genocide, the 24 is still questioned. Why? I mean, where's the recognition to a racist system of divisions and segregation? I mean, why do martyrs need to fist pump the sky to show the world what enlightens us? Why does black still need to take the knee and the fall just to show evolution, to rewire the racist constitutions? It's that prehistoric rhetoric. Yet it takes a poet to open eyes, his ink and pen dense to the hues, man shift, abolish the narrative lies. Why can't we look beyond the surface to realize that every single human has their own purpose? Because at the end of the day, they'll say that I'm code switching and do myself a disservice. Because if black don't crack, they say it's a blessing. But this black did crack and he spent his whole life second guessing. Lessons, questions, Arnie the Beta. Thank you. Arnie the Beta, you can find me in London, you can find me on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok. I'm trying to grow up on TikTok anyways. I'm also going to be performing in July 13th in Birmingham, coming from London, So Far Sound. So yeah, stay tuned. Thank you very much. Cheers.